Ayan. So, welcome. Happy Monday to everyone. Happy Monday evening for those of you in the Philippines. And ako lang naman. And I'm always grateful for people who are joining live para meron akong kausap. And so these sessions we do to talk about money, economy, business, what we can do, di ba, in the current situation. So for your benefit, Rod, yun nga, pinag-usapan namin, we do this more like a workshop type or more conversational, more than like I'm informing you. It's more back and forth. So feel free to jump in anytime you want. If you have an opinion or you have a violent reaction, ganyan. So for tonight, it's a third part ng four-part series natin. Of course, I prepared slides ulit. Give me a moment. Let me share that with you guys. Yan. So, broke is a habit, not a destiny. So, kaya yan yung picture na nilagay ko kasi she who dares wins. Kasi usually, it's just, ano naman, di ba, limitation. Usually, pag meron tayo daw hindi na-achieve, it's because we are not daring to take that next step or go to the next level. So for tonight, hopefully, if you're not broke naman, this topic is still for you kasi I'm sure you want to level up. That's why we're here. And eventually, I guess we all want to build an income that will give us the life of our dreams. Ako kasi, ayoko na nang nag-work eh. Working for someone or like, gusto ko pag magre-relax ako, I can just choose anytime when I can relax. Yeah. So, let's talk feelings and images first. Okay? Ano ibig sabihin? What does a broke life look and feel like? So, please feel free to open your mic. Anong itsura ng broke life? And ano yung mafe-feel nyo if you were broke? Sige. Who wants to go first?
So, syempre ako na, di ba?
Push Jen.
Broke life to me was college. Parang so hungry all the time. Siguro kasi kasama yun ng disiplina ni mama na because I was so far away sa LB din. Parang kailangan sakto lang yung baon para hindi ako gigimik or anything. So, to a degree, may trauma ako dyan. Na parang kung ano yung kinakain ko nung college ako, parang hindi mo makikita ang kakainin ko ngayon. As in, ayoko talaga. Meron akong aversion for anything delata. Mga oo. Meron akong, I don't like yung mga noodles sometimes, depende sa noodles. Pero it just really reminds me of when I was super broke. So parang ayokong kumain. So in a way, since then, parang ano, what I've been doing is I make sure na I eat well. So para to change din yung mindset ko, right? So parang I need to see good, beautiful things. I need to eat good things para hindi ako bumalik dun sa feeling na parang I'm broke. Parang na-associate ko talaga siya dun very clearly. Yun lang. Thank you.
Thanks, Jen. Meron pa bang gusto mag-share? Ako, yung nung first time ko mag-work, kasi nasa Korea ako noon, nung nagma-masters ako. So, parang work siya. Tapos yung feeling broke na towards the end of the month, parang dilata na lang kakainin mo or parang you don't know where to get yung pangbayad mo ng bills. Ano siya eh, paano ba? Hindi ko ma-capture yung words that would describe it. Feeling anxious ka all the time na parang saan ka kukuha ng pangbayad ng bills or parang kung anong kakainin mo. Ganun yung feeling. Tapos, yun nga, hindi ka makapili ng gagawin mo or hindi ka makapili ng kakainin mo or where to go. So parang filled yung mind ko and yung days ko that time ng anxiety. I guess anxiety. If I have to use one word. Anxious kapag broke ka. Yan. Meron pa ba? Baka hindi kasi ever naging broke si Coco tsaka si Rog,
Grabe
kaya
ka.
hindi sila makasaya. Hindi tulad
Grabe.
natin dyan na galing UP.
Same. Same din actually ako nung college. Pero buti na lang kasi province. At least pag province, pag wala na, pwede ka na lang maglakad pa uwi. And broke times, I think itong mga first, mahilig talaga kasi ako maglakwatsa eh. So, palagi akong pag may piso fare, nagta-travel talaga ako either within Philippines or overseas. Pero syempre, pag pupunta ka ng bagong lugar, gusto mo din ma-try kung ano yung maganda doon. Ano yung magandang restaurants, ano yung mga activities na pwedeng gawin. Tapos biglang hindi ko masulit eh, hindi ko afford yung mga activities. Kaya yun, siguro yun din yung nag-push sa akin na to be better din eh. Like yung mga piso fare kasi before, piso fare lang naman, I mean mura lang yung ticket. Pero pagdating mo doon, there's a lot of things that you still have to spend on. So yun, kaya siguro nag-flight attendant ako before at ngayon nandito na sa business para yun. So far, hindi ko na ma-experience yung mga pinagdaanan ko na yun. Yun lang.
Thanks, Coco. Ginaya mo lang daw si Jen.
Mm.
Pero maganda
Yeah.
yung pinoint out mo Parang na-realize ko, kasi nung nag-start din ako mag-work, wala talaga akong financial literacy eh. So, pag sweldo, parang, oy sige, kain, ganyan. Tapos wala akong pake ng credit card ko pa. And yung feeling na, alam mo, na broke ka, na wala kang pera. Tapos magyaya yung friends mo or workmates mo, parang hindi ka makatanggi. Like yung uso nga ngayon, di ba, yung clout chasing. So, anxious ka na nga, na baka wala ka nang kainin. Tapos, anxious ka pa on what other people will think. Kasi hindi ka makasabay sa kanila. So, I guess yun yung for me, what broke life looks and feels like. Ayan. So, wala namang pressure, Rods. Hindi mo kailangan mag-share. So, next is, what does a wealthy life look and feel like for you? So, ito naman tayo sa other end of the spectrum. Ano yung words or situations na kung binivisualize niya yan, what does it look like? Sa akin siguro yung pinaka-phrase, peace of mind. Sige, Jen.
Bakit ako lagi? But anyway, to me siguro, yung wealthy life is that I never have to worry about anything. So yeah, peace of mind, but siguro on the financial aspect that I would never have to look at the price tag. Na I know that when I go out, I can pay for my stuff. Parang ganun. That I can afford things that I want. So hindi naman ibig sabihin nun na na super gastos, like you would buy things that are ridiculously expensive. Hindi, alam mo yun? I mean, iba yung buhay na luxurious. Iba pa yun. Yun lang. Thank you.
Iba pa yung buhay na luxurious sa wealthy.
Oo, para sa akin iba. Kasi, I mean, I could be wealthy without the luxury per se. Pero for sure, luxury would demand wealth, right? Like, it would demand a lot of money. Pero kasi for me, yung naiisip ko na wealthy life, it doesn't have to be that everything I own branded, like parang private jet, hindi ganun. So parang iba siya. Parang it's just complete. I can pay for the things that I want. I can go when I want. Maybe, I mean, have the time with the people I want yun.
True. So, sa akin din ganyan, parang choices talaga. Na hindi ka, ano ba yung word? Hindi ka limited na ang first thing na tinitignan mo is yung presyo. But first thing that you would look at is actually the quality or if gusto mo ba talaga siya or hindi. Versus limited agad yung choices mo dahil ito lang yung budget. So for me, yun yung pinaka talaga is peace of mind. Na parang kasi, I think lahat naman tayo gusto nating tumutulong sa ibang tao din. Siguro yung feeling din na when someone asks for help, hindi mo sasabihin, sige, ipagdadasal kita, di ba? Yung feeling din na you can actually help them financially, ganyan. So, yun. Meron pa ba gusto mag-share about that?
Yes, I agree. Um,
Siguro.
yes, for me, um, yes, wealthy life. It's not just about the money. Talaga. For me, it's yeah, it's just the same thing that you've mentioned before. It's like it's about freedom. Waking up na wala kang stress kasi yung iba hindi talaga makatulog at night dahil sa kakaisip kung saan nila hugutin yung pera nila. So for me, if you're I mean, oo, I'm not gonna spend so much then on luxury stuff kasi I don't think that's parang masyado din siyang mainit. Parang mainit sa mata din. I just wanna I mean for wealthy life, it's having a choice on saan mo gusto magpunta. Example kung like what happened sa amin ni Miguel, like the freedom of choice kung saan magpapa-treatment. For those of you who don't know yet, kasi I lost my husband to lung cancer. So, during the time na nagpapa-treatment, mahirap kasi pumunta sorry. Emergency alert. Sorry. Rinig niyo ba yun? Sorry, yung phone ko nag-alert. Uh,
Wala
where
naman.
am I? Hindi nag-pop up. Nag-alarm yung phone ko dahil sa warning. Warning sa, ano ba yun? Rainfall, orange warning. So, where am I? So, yan. Yung gusto, I mean, for me, wealth is something na you can have a freedom of choice to choose kung saan mo gusto magpa-treat. Kasi, lalo na pag mga ganyang panahon when you're dealing with illness or sickness, lalo na if it's cancer, parang for me, mas okay, I mean, mas okay pag hindi mo na iniisip yung money. So, yes, having the freedom of choice kung saan ka magpapa-treat. That's also one. And yun, waking up without stress and having the time for the people you love. So, yes, for me, gusto kong pumunta, like, for me, malayo yung sister ko. So, for for us to have a wealthy life, parang gusto ko yung time na hindi ko na iniisip on how much I should be spending going overseas, how much should I be spending time, how long will I be spending time with my sister, lalo na ngayon, pupunta sila sa Grand Canyon, inggit na lang muna ako. So, yun. For me, that's how I see how wealthy life is.
Wow. Sayang no, wala yung mga mommy partners natin. Kasi parang feeling ko sobrang pag-share sila like yung binanggit nga ni Coco about time. Lalo na pag parent ka, di ba? Siyempre, ang gusto karamihan ng, siguro lahat ng parents, or 99% if not all, gusto talaga nila, imbis na nag-work na lang sila, kasama yung mga anak. And I guess that is what wealth can give you. And even para sa atin ng mga walang mga anak, gusto natin mag-spend na lang ng oras with the people that we love or we care about the most, or yung things na we are passionate about. For example, sa akin, kung hindi ko na kailangan magtrabaho, mag-football na lang ako or mag-alagaan ko na lang yung fitness ko, ganyan, and spend more time sa family or anytime na gusto kong umuwi ng Pilipinas, uwi na lang ako, ganyan, or dalhin ko yung family ko. So, I guess yun yung, for me talaga, yung choices, like pinoint out nga ni Coco. So, thanks for sharing that, guys. So, next question. which one came to mind more clearly and easily? Is it the broke life or is it the wealthy life? Ano for you guys? Ano yung mas nadama nyo?
I guess for me, easier to imagine what the broke life was because I've been there. But just the same, it wasn't as hard din naman to visualize what a wealthy life would be because we've been preparing for it. So thankfully with the friends that we have, kayo, ayan, we have each other. So parang the mindset is there and the things that come more clearly to our minds. It's also the reality that we will soon live, right? So thankful ako for this group.
Yeah, same. Ayan, si Ate Jing. So, sa akin, alam mo, gusto ko yung sinabi mo kasi totoo, dahil na-experience na natin. And I think karamihan ng Filipinos, mas madaling mag-iisip na parang ang hirap, ganyan, anxious ka pag broke ka or pag wala kang pera versus thinking about a wealthy life. Like, may kausap nga akong partner nung isang kahapon pala. Kausap ko sa kahapon. So sabi ko, ano ba yung, what's your goal? Ano ba yung gusto mong vision mo for your life? Tapos yung sagot niya sa akin is passive income. Parang wala namang mali, di ba? In saying you want passive income. Pero since hindi ko pa na-experience yung passive income na, let's say, 7-figure, hindi mapapaint ng brain ko what that looks like or what that feels like, but I can visualize. Pero since naranasan kong maging broke, mas madali kong ikwento sa yung detalye. Gutom na gutom ako, ganyan, hindi ko alam kung saan kukuha ng pera. As in, malalagyan ko siya ng details. But yun nga, thankfully, with our group and the conversations that we have and our team, di ba, globally, na-upgrade yung detalye ng wealthy life kasi we are able to witness it from our partners also. So, true. For me, mas clear, mas mabilis dumating yung sa broke life. But that's why for tonight, di ba yung topic na natin, broke is a habit, not a destiny. So it means we can also make it a habit to become wealthy by thinking about it more, having conversations about it. And sabi nga nila, di ba, yung income mo is the average of the 5 closest friends or the people na parati mong kinakausap. So, isipin mo, ilang oras ba yung sinespend mo kausap yung broke friend mo? Alam mo na kung bakit nandyan yung income. So, Tijing, pinag-usapan namin so far kasi is ano ba yung itsura ng broke life and wealthy life. So, binalik ko lang ng konti para ma-catch up ka. May gusto ka bang i-share about this? Okay.
Siguro yun nga na minsan ang hirap talagang isipin kasi parang hindi mo pa nga na-experience. Kahit na lagi nating sinasabi na meron ng nag-pave ng way para sa atin. Pero iba pa din kasi, 'di ba, na parang yung ikaw mismo. So challenging. Yan lang. Pero ano naman, parang parang meron pa rin namang point na parang iniisip mo, kaya naman. Pero yon challenging nga lang siya talaga.
So, parang mas natural maging broke kaysa maging wealthy. And I guess,
Ayun, siguro nga.
I guess we are saying this dahil sa paligid natin. Kasi for example, hindi ko alam kung kilala nyo to sa TikTok. Ang pinapakita niya is anak kasi siya ng may-ari ng Grab. So, Indonesian siya. So, ang parang title niya for himself is son of an Indonesian billionaire. So, hindi ko alam kung nakita niyo yung ano niya, yung content niya. So for him, mas natural maging wealthy. Baka hindi niya ma-imagine talaga kung ano yung broke. So for example example ko na lang yung asawa ko Kasi kinukwento ko sa kanya like yung mga kalaro ko sa football. Ayan, sige, may tanong lang si Rod. Yes, lahat kami may sariling businesses, Rod. So anyway, yun nga, kinukwento ko sa kanya yung mga yung iba kong teammates na as in once a day lang kumakain. So para sa kanya, hindi niya ma-imagine paano magutom, yung ganong level, hindi niya ma-imagine. Paano magkaroon ng days na wala kang pera sa bangko mo or sa bulsa mo. So, ang gusto nating ma-achieve, at least for me, gusto ko ma-achieve is for us to feel more natural to describe what wealthy feels like. Kasi yun na gusto yung life natin, ganyan. Kasi kung for some people, natural sa kanila 'di ba? Ito nga Indonesian billionaire na sinabi ko. Parang anak siya nung may-ari ng Grab or CEO, hindi ko maalala. So very natural, 'di ba? So halimbawa, yung isang business mentor natin si Rich Dad Poor Dad Philippines, even though na nagsi-start pa lang siya magnegosyo, sabi niya, he started parang out of, parang naka-11 siya na negosyo. O basta na nagsi-start siya, nagkaroon siya ng 2 million pesos na utang. So, dahil yun sa pag-start ng business. Pero in his mind, hindi niya matanggap na mabaon lang sa utang, na wala siyang gagawin. Kasi sanay siya na may pera sila. Parang ganon. Tapos yung isa naman nating mentor, sabi niya, kasi tinanong ko siya, what drives you to earn a lot of money or parang to succeed in business? Sabi niya, ang baseline kasi niya talaga is 100 million pesos net worth. So doon siya nag-start. That's why mas clear sa kanya, mas madali sa kanya na wealthy life. Nag-make sense ba yung sinabi ko na yun? So I guess what I'm trying to say is for us, ano ba is constantly in our mind? Ano bang iniisip natin parate? Are we still going back like yung na-mention mo Ate Jean kasi mahirap, quite challenging, or are we looking at the other side na parang bakit sa kanila naging madali? Maybe I just have to learn how naging madali sa kanila eventually. Yan. So what we focus on grows nga. Kasi the life that's easier, sige Jen, go, push.
Aba, may na-realize lang ako doon sa sinabi mo. Kasi, so, I went back to the corporate world, diba? So, while doing the business, I do have a work kasi I just want to be more productive on all the times na I have for the day. So, anyway, ang nangyari kasi, for the first few months, siguro up to a year, parang I was collecting things na sakto dun sa sweldo ko, dun sa as the EA, no? So, sobrang simple ng job. And marami naman akong baon na damit from the banking world. And so, parang I didn't feel like I had to buy a lot. Pero, when I was buying na, ang binibili ko, yung for the sweldo nung meron ako, which is sobrang liit, okay? So, na-realize ko, it affected my mindset in a lot of ways. Kasi, nung una, it was exciting na nakakatipid ako. I was buying really cheap stuff online. Tapos parang na-realize ko, why am I wearing this? Parang ganyan. Dumating sa point na, why am I wearing this? Tapos pagdating ko sa business, sobrang bihis na bihis ako. Pero when I am at work, I dress like parang a poor person. So, parang hindi ko ma-tolerate. Ngayon, I have a pile of clothes here na gusto ko na ipamigay. Kasi feeling ko, it's not giving me that vibe na I've always resonated with. So parang yun nga, nakasanayan mo na kasi. I mean, I didn't start out rich like parang, alam mo yung pinanganak na super yaman ng parents. Hindi ganun eh. I had to work my way up to a point na naging comfortable siya. Feeling ko naman nabibisan ko yung sarili ko ng quite well. So ngayon, parang, yun, that's how it affects the mindset. Kapag nasanay ka at a certain vibration or at a certain level of yun nga, financial thermostat, parang all else follows. And when you negate yourself by selecting choices na hindi kasama dun sa packaging na yun, parang it affects your juju. Parang ganun eh. So, yun. I don't know if you can relate to that.
Oo, ang galing. Kasi actually, alam mo ba, naisip ko lang yun kagabi. Di ba yung sinare ko sa inyo na podcast about these two, I would say influencers sila. Kasi parang yung isa sa kanila, 90, almost 100,000 na yung followers sa TikTok, sa Instagram eh. So, pag nakikita ko sila, yung videos nila, sabi ko parang parating nakaayos tong mga to. Samantalang ako, ginagawa ko yung negosyo ko. Nakapambahay lang ako, ganyan. Tapos, minsan hindi pa ako naglalagay ng eyeliner, inaayos ko yung kilay ko. Na-realize ko kagabi, as you said, Jen, it influences din yung isip ko. And parang, tinatamad ako, for example, gumawa ng content kasi hindi ako nakaayos. Parang ayoko namang humarap sa camera na hindi maayos yung itsura ko, gulo-gulo yung buhok ko, ganyan. So, even though na parang sinasabi nila hindi mo kailangan mag-ayos, but you have to assess what it does to your own mindset. Kasi kung ikaw, kung ano yung tingin mo, di ba pinag-usapan nga natin kahapon yung kaartehan. So parang ganun. Hindi naman required na mag-ayos ka eh. Pero you have to see also what that brings to you. What kind of emotions, what kinds of thoughts. Are these thoughts supporting your goals to build an income that will help you reach your dreams? Or feel mo talaga na parang kahit nakapambahay kasi feeling mo sobrang yaman, you don't have to dress up for anyone. If that is the thinking that na binibigay sa'yo, edi stay, di ba, na nakapambahay ka, ganyan. So, thanks for pointing that out. Yun nga, kung ano kasi yung madalas nating iniisip, yun yung nagiging mindset natin, and yun yung nagiging reality, di ba? So, these are like seeds, whether, yun nga, nabanggit ni Ate Jing, na more challenging siya. If we focus on it's very challenging, magiging challenging siya. Magiging struggle siya. Di ba? Yun yung magte-take root. Depende na lang. Siyempre mga Harry Potter fans tayo dito, di ba? So naalala niyo yung scene with Sirius Black nung nagkakaroon ng dilemma si Harry Potter na feeling niya nagiging katulad na siya ni Voldemort. So sabi ni Sirius Black, kung ano na lang yung finifeed mo, yun talaga yung mag-grow. So it's the same with broke mentality, di ba? And wealthy mentality. What are you feeding? What are you thinking about? Ang dami kong kwento, no? Kasi nung isang araw, nung umaga, parang pagkagising ko, parang sobrang anxious ko. Hindi ko ma-pinpoint what it was. And then, so, I went out of the house, pumunta ako dun sa supermarket, naglagay ako ng mga delata namin for recycling. So, yung mind ko was running na parang if it was my old self, ang isipin ko, bakit ganito, bakit ako na-anxious, versus, sinift ko yung mindset ko that morning na parang, how do I want my day to go? So, I started to take more control. Kasi nga, kung ano yung thoughts natin, doon nag-uugat, kung ano yung mafe-feel natin, and kung ano yung nafe-feel mo, that would push you to act on that. And kung ano yung ginagawa natin, yun yung magdadala talaga ng results sa atin, di ba? And I guess maraming beses ko na tong narinig, but at different stages sa life natin, and siguro makaka-relate kayo dyan, different stages in our lives, pag may nakita kang concept, nagiging iba yung meaning. So parang na-realize ko, kaya pala wala pa ako dun sa level nung business mentor natin. Is kasi iba talaga. Like yung, saan napupunta yung isip ko, pag na-bad trip ako about something, nainitan ako or nahirapan ako, do I bounce back quickly to do the things leading to my goals, or magdudwell ba ako dito? So, ganyan yung pagiging broke. If you're thinking always na parang kapos, parati na lang ganito, it's always gonna be like that. So, I think first is we have to be aware, ano yung words that we are telling ourselves We literally have to observe our thoughts. Alam mo yun, na pag may nag-come up na thought, ano mo siya, tignan mo siya like you're an observer. Ano ba yun? Is that that's how I feel right now? Don't invalidate it. But alam mo yun, acknowledge it and then decide if that's what you really want. So as I mentioned, broke is a habit. So these are just things, siyempre, si BFF, nagpatulong ako sa kanya. Ano yung broke habit that you have? And then, ano yung underlying thought and possible triggering experience? Like yung previous session natin, di ba? Pinag-usapan kasi natin yan eh. Yung roots, kung bakit ganun yung money habits mo. So, broke also is a habit. So, if you wanna share an experience, feel free to jump in anytime. So, sabi niya, pag impulsive spending daw, broke habit daw pala yan, mga sis. Emotional spending. Madaming beses natin pinag-usapan yan, di ba? Pagka, deserve ko to, ganyan. Especially ngayon yung generation, di ba? Yan yung sinasabi. I deserve to treat myself. So, ang possible triggering experience daw pala niyan is you grew up in a strict household where rewards were rare. Na you felt, ano bang tawag doon? Pinagbabawalan ka. So, may kwento din ako, yung asawa ko. Hindi siya bumili ng sapatos nung ano palang growing up. Parang sabi niya, kasi hindi siya masyado nakakabili ng sapatos nung maliit pa lang siya eh. So, syempre, nung lumaki na siya, yun yung pinagkagastusan niya to the point na parang minsan hindi naman kailangan. Bumibili pa ng sapatos kasi deserve, di ba? But we have to keep that in check. So, living paycheck to paycheck. I'll never earn enough anyway. Yan yung underlying thought. And possible triggering experience is parents always struggled financially and often said money doesn't grow on trees. So yun nga, like yung example ko kanina na Indonesian billionaire, son of an Indonesian billionaire, hindi naman niya na-experience eh, living paycheck to paycheck eh, di ba? Baka ang ma-feel pa niya is, ano ba, parang bakit 5 real estate properties lang ang meron ako? Baka ganun yung struggle niya. Diba? So we want to get to that level na ang struggles natin is for the wealthy if we have to have struggles, diba? So not tracking expenses. Broke habit din pala yan, not tracking expenses. Kasi, and maybe idagdag natin dito na hindi mo agad binubuksan yung bill mo pag dumating sa'yo, diba? Kasi it's too stressful to look at my money. And it could be na pinag-aawayan ang pera sa house before. So, ito naman, a lot of people avoiding income opportunities. And may recent ka pinost dyan about middle class na parang magaling mangutang yung mga tao. But people are avoiding income opportunities. So, bakit? And parang people know naman eh, di ba? Na kailangan mong magnegosyo, kailangan mo na extra income, but people are not actually doing it. Kasi yung belief is, hindi ako business-minded, hindi ko kaya dyan, hindi ko kaya yan. It could be my failed venture from the past or wala talagang experience, but you have to identify ano yung root cause. Diba? Na parang sinabi rin nga sa Bible yan, diba? I do what I do not want to do. But you have to identify kung ano yung nagiging cause niyan for you to actually address it. Kasi normal, unfortunately, for a lot of Filipinos, pag kailangan, mangungutang na lang instead of learning how to earn more money. And nakwento ko nga sa inyo recently na since napunta ko dito sa Greece, yung mga taong hindi naman nagbe-message sa akin before, suddenly they were messaging me and nangungutang. Eh ako kasi hindi ako nagpapautang eh. Sabi ko, turuan na lang kita paano kumita ng extra. And then, ayaw na nila. So, alam mo yun, yung kasi yung naging, yung nakasanayan. Yan. So, relying on one source of income, ito yung underlying thought na yan kasi trabaho lang ang stable talaga. So, the thing is, kasi, ang experience is yung family where everyone had 9 to 5 jobs. May mga naisip pa ba kayong broke habits? You think?
Very affirming tong list mo, Ava. So, alam mo naman, lagi akong bida sa impulsive spending to a degree. No, but siguro ito kasi, so I grew up in a household where my parents would always tell me wala tayong pera for that. So, laking gulat ko nung nasa working years na ako, na suddenly, yung palang ganong perspective nila, they were saving up money. So, yung money for luho is wala, pero meron silang pera for investment. So, it paid off, 'di ba, for them. So, when I was starting to earn, parang sobrang excited ako to build assets. Akala mong assets, yung mga things that you would use for the job like damit, bag, sapatos, whatever, 'di ba? So, yon. To a point that I accumulated a lot of things na hanggang ngayon nandito pa sila. So, anyway, that's one. Pangalawa, so may pros and cons, no? I mean, in every family, I guess, meron ganon. So, that's one mindset that made me thought na deprived ako, pero hindi pala. And then, the other mindset is that what I got from my parents is, it's okay na kahit anong title mo, like whether doctor ka, engineer ka, as their case, it doesn't matter kung magpupursue ka ng iba pang pagkakakitaan if it would help your family. So, the ego is out. As in, walang lugar yung ego in our family when it comes to providing for the family. So, yun naman yung sobrang grateful ako for them. Tapos, I guess for now, yung trying to break from that impulsive spending. So, I've been trying to hold off, 'di ba, on buying mga personal stuff for workout, yung mga workout clothes. Until one time, sabi sa akin ng office mate ko, I think, Jen, you should upgrade your wardrobe. Kasi sa totoo lang, I work out yung yoga, like mga 3 times a week kung maswerte ako. Tapos dun sa 3 times na yun, paulit-ulit lang lahat ng damit ko na sobrang kabisado na nila. So, parang naisip ko, hindi siya impulsive spending, inantay ko yung sale. So, hinanapan ko yung sarili ko. And ito pa, I kept on buying those cheap stuff online. Na pagdating sa akin, nabubwisit lang ako kasi wrong size, ang pangit ng fit, everything. Tapos nun, finally, I relented to buying something na branded over the weekend. Nung dumating siya, grabe, ang saya-saya ko kasi it was truly worth the wait. So parang, alam mo yun, yung broke habit is that trying to buy stuff na seemingly cheap and expensive, pero talagang literal na cheap. Whereas, looking for something na may quality and yet it pays you very well kasi nakikita mo na you can go places with this outfit kasi ang haba ng mileage mo, sobrang ganda ng quality, stuff like that. So, yun lang. Thank you.
Thanks, Jen. Kaya gusto ko talaga yung nag-uusap-usap tayo kasi like may mga nare-realize tayo, di ba? Na kailangan palang ungkatin or baguhin. So, thanks for sharing that. So, may sinabi si Rog, being complacent. Makaka-share ka ba, Rog? Makaka-open mic ka ba? Hindi ko kasi alam ano ibig sabihin ng being, how you mean it, being complacent.
Oh, what I mean is just being stagnant in whatever you're doing. Kunwari, may job ka or business mo, tapos happy ka na dun, and you don't want to grow or you don't want to get out of the comfort zone. So, kailangan talaga lumabas dun sa comfort zone mo in order to achieve what is not easy. Diba? Yeah. And also to learn. So, another thing, what I mean by not being complacent is to learn, to continue to learn new things. Yeah, basically now I'm in the IT space, diba? So there's a lot of new technologies coming out nowadays, like with AI. Kunwari yung AI note taker a while ago, diba? There's so many new innovations. So you should always learn and keep your eyes peeled or you keep listening to new opportunities, no, that might arise. Yeah, that's my input lang.
Thanks, Rog. Ang galing. Kasi, i-share ko din yan later pointed out exactly, continuously learning, di ba? And even with business, pinag-usapan nga namin nung asawa ko ng isang beses, how we used to do business many years ago, iba na ngayon, di ba? And even yung sa social platforms, iba na siya ngayon, hindi na nga daw siya dapat tinatawag na social media. Ano na siya? Entertainment na talaga siya, parang TV. So yun nga, continuously learn, di ba? Kailangan parati kang nag-a-upgrade, which is why we also love when someone joins us in these sessions kasi fresh fresh perspective di ba? So being complacent nga yung pinoint out mo. Totoo, alam mo minsan like when I watch a lot of videos kasi, sometimes it becomes my comfort zone. Parang, oh, I learned this, this is the latest thing, but the comfort zone is actually knowing the information and not acting on it. So for me, that's one of the things also that, as you pointed out, I have to learn how to get out of that training mode and actually do something about it. So thanks for sharing that. I also wanted to ask you guys, kasi na-realize ko nung nag-share si Jen kanina, bigyan ko kayo ng scenario. Let me know what you will do. So, huge fan ako ng Marvel. Lahat yan gusto kong panoorin. So let's say, may in-announce si Marvel na may bago silang i-release. O kayo na lang, kung ano ba yung favorite nyo na, na movie. May in-announce yung, yun na lang kasi yung favorite ko eh. So, in-announce si Marvel na premiere na ng movie. Okay, what is the first thing that comes to your mind na gagawin mo if gustong-gusto mo yung movie na yon? What is the first thing that is on your brain? In-announce ni Marvel that they're releasing the best movie that they've ever had. Game changer movie. What is the first thing that comes to your mind?
Honestly, for me, if it were pre-pandemic, I would totally go to the cinema.
Okay.
But I changed after.
Okay. Meron ba iba? Si Ate Zing, Rog, Coco? What is the first thing that comes to your mind, that came to your mind when I mentioned it? No right or wrong answer, di ba? We're all about awareness. Okay, sige.
Marvel? Sorry? Marvel, right?
Oo. Or whatever movie that gets you excited. Tapos, yun na daw yung biggest ever nila or biggest yet. Ano yung first thing that comes to your mind when you hear that?
Movie and theme parks din.
Pupunta ka, ganon? Yun ba yung
Yes. Yes. Of course.
Thanks. Rog, Ate Jing, gusto nyo rin bang i-share ano yung una nyong naisip or gagawin?
Who can pay for my movie?
Ano na?
Who can pay for my movie ticket?
Who can pay for my movie ticket? Okay. Okay. So, basically, all of us, we want to go and watch the movie. Diba? So, I saw this perspective from sino yung sa investor guru, Warren Buffett. Sabi niya, people who are normal, let's say it like this, would buy a ticket or in case ni Rog, maghahanap naman libre sa kanya to watch the movie. But for him, the first thing that he would do or think of is bumili ng stocks of the company. Kasi alam niyang magkakaroon ng boost sa value ng company. So yun daw yung isang thing, di ba? Parang for us, we're always talking about looking for opportunities, ganyan. But still, itong very simple situation na to, our habit is still to actually spend. Diba? And there's nothing wrong. Awareness yan eh. So, if not, like, pwedeng, like, sa case ni Rog, hindi siya gagastos, maghanap siya naman lilibre. It could be like, yung example dito, merong Metallica concert daw here next year. So, nirelease nila yung tickets parang last month. Sold out. So, syempre, meron dyan, bumili ng maraming tickets, ibebenta nila ng mas mahal. So, if ikaw yon, would you also do that, diba? So, the other thing is, same with iPhone. Diba yung mga tao pumipila pa sila pag merong bagong release versus finding an opportunity. Unless pumila ka, bumili ka nga ng marami, tapos i-resell mo siya. So, it's all about how you see yung situations. But, first of all, nandun ba yung awareness mo na may opportunity in everything? Ganyan. So, galing, di ba? Mind eye-opener. So, eto pa, you can just screenshot this if you want. Di na natin masyadong pag-uusapan. Ito na lang sigurong skipping financial education is a broke habit. Meaning, if you don't want to, talk about it, attend sessions like this, or watch YouTube videos, and actually apply it. Kasi feeling mo, yun nga, it's too complicated. Tapos may feeling of shame. There's no shame, di ba? Like sabi nga ni Rog kanina, to keep on learning to grow, ganyan. So, let's go now. Broke is a habit. Dito papasok yung income mindset mo. Whether you want to stay in a cycle, na sabi nga ni Rog, just enough, or move to an expansion, dito nag-uumpisa yan sa mindset natin. So, first of all, you have to be aware where you are. And then, level up every time. Di naman ibig sabihin kailangan biglaan, di ba? The question is, do you live by default? Nakasanayan mo na? Or you choose to live by design? Napipili ka, ano yung direction, ano yung next level that you want to go to. I guess for everyone here, gusto natin to live by design. That's why we're having these conversations. So, eto, kita nyo ba? Or masyadong maliit?
Pwede na, Ava. We can go.
Sige. So, ito kasi quick quiz lang siya. So, one is the statement. Ano yung pang-complete mo ng statement? So, let's just answer this real quick. Assessment siya. So, when I'm not working, ang una bang pumapasok sa'yo is worry that money isn't coming in or you feel secure knowing I'm building something bigger. So, you can just write it down, your answers. Tapos bilangin mo yung ilan yung sagot mo ay A, ilan yung sagot mo ay B. Let me know pag okay na.
Ayan.
Ayan. Welcome, Archie. So, I guess makikita niyo from the statement, no? If marami kang sinagot dito na letter A, you might be operating with a fixed income mindset. The good news is hindi siya permanent. It's learned and can be unlearned. So, kung mostly B naman, congratulations, it's mean you're in a growth income mindset. And we want to fuel that further with habits, systems, and belief shifts. Ayan. So, pakita ko na lang to sa inyo since we're running out of time. First of all, sobrang helpful ng AI, ni ChatGPT, in terms of becoming more aware of your mindset. Kasi kung before mag-isip ka lang on your own, hindi ka nga aware So paano, di ba? So maganda ngayon, pwede mo siyang gamitin to actually realize what habits are making you broke. So halimbawa yan, magre-rely ka lang on monthly income, monthly salary. Feeling mo, you cannot go further. So, merong expansion opportunities, build additional income through side hustles, di ba? Yung iba naman, naghihintay lang for payday para masolusyonan yung financial stress. Or as I mentioned kanina, maghahanap ng pwedeng utangan. Versus, you take proactive steps to increase your earning capacity, which is to learn, di ba? So, ayan. Mindset shift is what's important. Diba? I'm allowed to have multiple streams. May kausap nga ako ng isang beses, sabi niya, bawal kasi kaming mag part-time. Sinong nagsabi na bawal kang mag part-time? Especially nowadays, parang it's a must, diba, to have additional streams of income. Like yan si Rog, hustler yan si Rog Amaze nga ako kung gaano kadaming ideas yan So reality check, relying on one income is the real risk. Diba? It's time to build income beyond the salary. How do you do this? How do we do this? We leverage our time and skills. Take the time to sit down, identify ano ba yung mga tinatago mong talent, diba? Ito nga, asset mo, whether it's time. Dedicate 1 to 2 hours daily to build a side income, whether online or offline. For example, yung kapatid ko, sobrang dami niyang connection, sobrang dami niyang skills na pwedeng gawin. So, pinag-usapan namin last time, di ba uso ngayon yung concierge business? So, you can do that as a side hustle. So, if you have those skills, alam mo yun, this is the time to actually build yourself up, know what your skills are, know what you're willing to learn, and then apply mo siya. Kung magaling kang magsalita, di mag-live ka, di ba? Mag-consult ka kung magaling kang mag-explain ng concepts. So, yan, si Rog, he's in IT. Gumagawa siya ng mga websites. So, he can do that. And then, he can also upgrade his skills kung ano pang pwedeng gawin sa IT industry, di ba? Then, you offer your service. Like, for example, sa akin, engineer kasi ako di ba? In my past life. So, also, athlete ako. So, ginamit ko yung skills ko, nag-coach ako. So, that was for my extra income. Alam mo yun? And if you don't have the current skill sets yet, sobrang dami nga yung videos that you can search and learn it for free. Especially ngayon sa online, di ba? Organizing skills, di ba? Meron ngayon yung mga taga-ayos ng closet, or ano pa ba yung mga organizing. So yan, alam mo yan. But first of all, you have to trust yourself na meron kang assets na pwedeng i-offer. Kasi pagka wala kang tiwala sa sarili mo, how can other people trust you, di ba? So use your phone. Lahat naman tayo merong phone, di ba? Ayan, it could be sharing products, as I mentioned, consultations or coaching. Ngayon nga, yung sa tarot, di ba? Marami kayang naniniwala sa tarot, and then nagla-live sila sa TikTok, and people come, meron silang fortune-telling consultation. So they earn from that, di ba? I mean, yun yung gusto nilang pasukin. So know what you want and what you have to offer. Ayan. Kasi sa totoo lang, lahat ng tao naghahanap talaga right now, and there's a lot of opportunities. Now, you don't need to be rich. You don't have to have a lot of money to start earning. Kailangan mo lang maging resourceful at first. Start with what you have. Your time and your skills are more powerful than you think. So, build yourself up. Believe that you have something to offer. Diba? Something valuable. Kasi sabi nga nila, people are willing to pay for the value that you can add to the market. Okay? Like, convenience fee. Magta-transfer ka ng money from BPI to GCash, magbabayad ka pa ng 10 piso. Convenience fee, di ba? So you just have to figure that out. So these are 3 low barrier income ideas if you're watching this replay and you're looking for an idea, freelance or gig work, gamitin mo yung mga skills mo. So, low barrier, hindi mo kailangang maglabas ng pera. Affiliate marketing or network marketing. Kasi you just, like sa TikTok, they have affiliate shop. New Skin has affiliate marketing. Hindi mo kailangang gumastos. And hindi mo rin kailangan mag-stock up ng products. Kailangan mo lang malaman how to create videos, ganyan, or how to promote their items. Selling digital products, ito sobrang uso dito. I was browsing through Temu nga last time. Sabi ko, yung mga habit tracker, mga calendar na hindi typical calendar, something that would boost your productivity. I mean, anyone could do this. Parang ganon. Pero they decided to make a template and then sell it. Diba? So why not you? Just take the time, sit down, diba? Instead of just chasing or focusing on ano ba yan, kapos na naman, paano na naman, ano mangyayari dahil ganting situation, bad economy, may gera sa Europe, may bagyo sa Pilipinas. You know, instead of focusing on those things, focus on the things that would make you grow. Diba? That would give you more income. So does anyone else want to share their insights before we close? Okay. Archie, may gusto ka i-share? Ayan. So, action plan, at the end of the day, it's nice to have these conversations, pero kung wala tayong gagawin, for me, parang pointless din siya. Choose one idea, di ba? If you're doing your business, if you already have a business, choose one aspect, ano yung pwede mo pang i-improve to boost your sales? Or look at your current skill sets, ano ba yung pwede mo pang mas i-develop? So block 1 to 2 hours in your schedule to do that, or reach out to someone already doing it. Ang maganda kasi right now, di ba? We have access. Unlimited access. Pwede ka mag-message kay Gary Vaynerchuk. Di ba? Anong thoughts mo on this, how I can grow my business? Or kay Simon Squibb. If you don't know this guy, sila yung huge na pina-follow ko kasi sa TikTok. Or you can also follow School of Hard Knocks. Yan yung TikTok page. So, sobrang daming valuable resources. Ang tanong na lang is, what are you doing? So, again, broke is a habit. Or if you're not broke and you want to level up, it's just a habit. We can choose new habits, you know. If you believe in affirmations, ako, I believe in that. Nagsusulat ako ng visualization ko. And also, get the replay from the previous week's session kung gusto mong mas detalyado how to rewire your beliefs. And just as a reflection, ano yung belief that you realize from today's sessions na iiwanan mo na? Na broke, pala siya? Broke habit pala siya. Alam ko yung kind. Again, transformation starts with awareness, but it goes with consistent action. So thanks so much, guys. These are our next events. So tomorrow we have a session where we talk how to boost our immune defense. Make sure to join that as well. And of course, you can just take a screenshot of this to save it. So thanks so much, guys, for joining live. I'm very happy to hear your feedback and contributions. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a nice evening.
Thank you, Haba. Good night, everybody.
Thanks.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.